Hey guys, this is Lim with Lim Reviews, and today I have another video for you guys. Before we start off, I just want to say Happy New Year to you. I hope you have a great 2019. Okay, so the device I have in hand, and it is actually the device that's recording the video right now, that is the Vivo NEX 2. So it is the Vivo NEX dual display version, but let's just call it Vivo NEX 2 for now. So let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, there you have it, the Vivo NEX 2. Let's just jump into the comparison right away, but before we do that, let's take a quick look at the specs. The Vivo NEX 2 is a smartphone that comes fully loaded with all the latest tech in it. The most obvious of it is the dual Super AMOLED displays, something we do not see every day. However, the Vivo NEX 2 is not just all style and no substance. It comes with the Snapdragon 845, packs 10GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. Besides that, it also comes with a pretty cool camera setup, an under-display fingerprint scanner, a headphone jack, and a 3500 mAh battery. As you can see, the price will differ from different markets, but I got it for approximately $750 US. Now that we have the specs out of the way, the first thing I want to talk about is the build quality of the Vivo NEX 2. The Vivo NEX 2 has a slight heft to it, but really feels good in hand. If there is one phone I can compare it to, it would be the iPhone XS Max. Holding the Vivo NEX 2 is similar to holding the iPhone XS Max. The sides are made of this metallic finish, which are very similar, and every button here feels solid and nice to press. This is the highest compliments I can give to the Vivo, as the XS Max costs twice as much. That said, you will not be disappointed with the build quality of the Vivo NEX 2. Moving on, let's talk about the display of the Vivo NEX 2. The main display of the Vivo NEX 2 is amazing. It is sharp, has good contrast levels, good viewing angles, and everything you would expect out of a good Super AMOLED display. Again, I don't want to make this a Vivo NEX 2 versus iPhone XS Max comparison, but the display here is really as good as the one on the iPhone. In fact, I actually prefer watching videos on the Vivo NEX 2 over the XS Max due to the lack of a notch at the top. Seriously, this is as good as it gets. Okay, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the second display on the Vivo NEX 2. Yes, it's also a Super AMOLED display, and at 1080p resolution, this is an even better display than the one on the iPhone XR. So, in terms of display quality, rest assured, the Vivo NEX 2 has amazing displays. Moving on, let's talk about performance. With a Snapdragon 845 paired with 10GB of RAM, there really is nothing much you can say about performance on the Vivo NEX 2 except that it's amazing. Here's a screenshot of the benchmark score I got on the Vivo NEX 2. Well, this is of course just for reference purposes, but based on the rankings itself, the Vivo NEX 2 does score slightly higher than the OnePlus 6T. In terms of real-world use, launching apps and multitasking on a daily basis is a breeze. It is really smooth. Gaming on this device is also a joy. Once again, I turned to PUBG with full settings to see how this device would perform, and I must say it is buttery smooth. It tends to get a little warm after some gaming, but it's nothing too serious. Overall, I am really pleased with the performance I am seeing with the Vivo NEX 2. Alright guys, next, let's move on to the sound test. Some previous phones from Vivo tend to have really poor speakers, but that is not the case here. The Vivo NEX 2 comes with a single firing speaker that is situated at the bottom of the device. It does the job well in terms of volume and sound quality, but I would love to have seen stereo speakers here. The volume actually gets pretty loud and does not crack at even the highest setting. Anyway, here's a quick recording, so plug in your earphones and hopefully it can give you a quick idea on how the device sounds.
I told you I would come back home. I know you hate to be alone. Instead of kissing you goodnight, I'm kissing strangers. Always listen, but I never learned. Should have been hanging on your every word. I was taking you for granted, never realized the danger. And I took too long. And now she's gone.
There you have it, guys. That is a sample recording. I hope it gave you a slight idea on how the device sounds. From my personal opinion, I think it sounds okay. It's not the best, but it's good enough for a single firing speaker. Moving on, let's talk about battery life. With a 3500 mAh battery in the Vivo NEX 2, this actually sounds pretty decent. However, I noticed that battery life was not as great as I would like it to be. When I left my phone overnight without the charger plugged in, I noticed that battery life dropped about 6%, and this was when I had the always on display feature turned off. With a full battery in the morning, I tend to get about 20% remaining as soon as it hits about 6 or 7 p.m. Of course, I use a lot of social media and take quite a lot of photos, so your mileage may vary. The good thing is the charger in the box provided by Vivo charges up the device pretty quickly, so that actually helps a lot. Last but not least, let's talk about the cameras on the Vivo NEX 2. This is my most favorite part of the device because I know it has an amazing concept with the dual displays, but I think the camera here is the real story. Before I show you some samples, let me brief you a little more on the camera. First off, there's a ton of modes in here for selfie lovers. The main idea of having a dual display is in fact so you can take better selfies. And anyway, features such as changing the shape of your face, your eyes, nose, ears, and more is all on the menu. AI Beauty here gives you the ability to do all that plus more. Besides that, there is this TOF sensor that creates 3D images of yourself and shows you the results in real time. It's really cool if you like changing the way you look and want to see how you would look, say if you had bigger eyes, a bigger nose, or whatnot. If you're not a selfie lover like myself, then the actual images taken from ordinary shots should really impress you. Without further ado, let me show you some of the sample images taken on this device. Alright guys, there you have it, the sample shots taken by the Vivo NEX 2. So all images that you just saw just now were raw images and they were not edited in any way. As you can see, I personally think that the images taken from the Vivo NEX 2 is really amazing. Like the daytime shots just looks amazing, the night shots looks great as well. As you can see from the pictures I uploaded, I like taking photos of cars, so they look really nice, especially at night. And yeah, I really like the camera on this device. Alright guys, now that we've reached the end of the video, just to give you guys a quick conclusion, my overall thoughts for the Vivo NEX 2, which is the phone I'm actually filming this again. You can judge the video quality for yourself. But yeah, I really like this device. The build quality is amazing. The displays are really good. They're definitely better than the iPhone for me because it doesn't have the notch. And also, I really like the camera on this device. I have a soft spot for devices that can take really good images, and the Vivo NEX 2 is actually one of those devices that can take great pictures. Things that I think can be improved would be the in-display fingerprint scanner. Somehow it just doesn't want to register my fingerprint properly, and I am having issues unlocking the device. Another way is to flip your phone the other way around and do the face unlock, then flip it back. But I think that's just a silly method. The battery could have been better, and the speakers, yeah, if it come with stereo speakers, that would be great as well. But overall, I think for the price of $750 it is not a cheap phone. But of course, if this device ever was on your radar, then you probably would be able to afford it. But otherwise, for myself, $750 is a lot of money. and I would really have to think twice, maybe even consider the OnePlus 6T. Yeah, but it doesn't give you as much fun as this device does. So the choice is in your hands. If you have any questions regarding this device, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer every single one of them. Again, Happy New Year to everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!